Hey, this is Amy with Ashley Homes. Thank you so much for sitting down with me. I really appreciate it. Kind of trying to work on highlighting some neighborhoods. We've got St. Johns County is growing like crazy. And we've got so many new construction communities coming up that have been coming up for a few years. And Silverleaf is one of the major ones. It's right in the heart of everything. It's 20 minutes to anything. I mean, really, Silverleaf is just beautifully located. Um,
Exactly.
how
Silverleaf is the new Nocatee.
Yeah,
So
yes, absolutely. It's you're 20 minutes to anything. I mean, it's 20 minutes to downtown St. Augustine, 20 minutes to downtown Jacksonville. I mean, what more could you ask for? And it's the top school district in the state.
absolutely. Yes. So I've been selling new construction in here for going on 5 years
Wow.
and absolutely love it. It's a great community. There are so many biking trails, jogging trails, paths, golf cart paths, anything you can imagine. We have our own retail space, commercial space. It's really exciting in here.
And there's some new things coming up in the retail space, right?
Um,
Are there new things or
Well, yeah. So we have our original retail space, which is located where the original amenity center is. It's called Silverleaf Village. And we have everything from a chocolatier to an artesian butcher. We have a coffee shop. I think it's like maybe a karate, academy in there.
Mhm.
It's really exciting. And they're looking for people to come in and start their businesses in there. So they're kind of open to anything that will, kind of help the community. So
Well, and yeah, and I mean, as we see kind of anywhere, I mean, I remember when, like you said, it's kind of the new Nocatee. When Nocatee got started, there was no gas station, there was no grocery store, there was no anything. Y'all are
there
definitely, and it was
were no
years of that.
roads.
Mhm.
I don't know if you remember, but there were like not enough roads and infrastructure yet.
Right.
So yeah,
Oh yeah,
builders
and I
had
mean,
to
yeah,
adjust
if you
around
build it,
that.
they
Yeah.
will come. Yeah, absolutely. And I know
Yeah.
Silverleaf has kind of hit that point where we're really starting to see the businesses come in, which is
Absolutely.
exciting and fantastic, and it's just going to get better.
Sorry about that.
That's
Okay,
okay.
we have to pause for a second here.
No problem. You ready?
And let me put you back.
Oh,
Nope.
there we go.
There we
Okay,
go.
and we're back. All right.
Little
So
intermission there.
it's all good. One of the things that I love, and a lot of people are loving about Silverleaf too, and if you know anything about St. Johns County development, and by the way, if anybody listening to this has a question about what this is, um, Silverleaf is one of the few big communities in St. Johns County, Florida, that does not have a CDD fee. That can be there in some communities, they're over $4,000 a year. That
Absolutely.
is massive. That is massively
So
significant.
exactly. So when you're looking for a home, you always have to take into consideration what the HOA fees are going to be, at least in a master plan community,
Right.
along with the CDD fees. And it's just very unusual to find a community like this with all that it has to offer with no CDD fee. So
So
we're getting people from all over the country coming here. So
I mean, I'd say unusual. It's almost unheard of. I sincerely can't think of another community in St. Johns County
Mhm,
um, that everything has CDD fees at this
mhm.
point. Anything new. Um, so that's exciting. So now, okay, so you work with um, Ashley Homes. So
Ashley,
which communities are, and Silverleaf is one of those master plan communities that has smaller communities within it. So
so
which
it's
communities are
smaller.
you?
Yeah, it's one large master plan community with smaller neighborhoods sectioned off within it.
Right.
So I sell out of Silver Landing, and we're in phase 2 already. We've already sold out of phase 1, and we also sell in a community or a neighborhood called Courtney Oaks within Silverleaf, and that is our gated community, and
Okay.
it's yeah.
So, all right. So
I
what are the
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say price point starts a little bit higher in the gated community, but we're giving you elevated standard features in there to kind of make up for it. So yeah, but very small neighborhood. It's gated. There's 123 home sites in there, and that's between 3 different builders. So
Okay. Oh, fantastic. All right. And what are you looking at? What are we looking at? Because we were talking about the CDD fees. What are the HOAs in those communities? And I'm sure they'll differ.
they do differ simply because the one has a gate.
Mhm.
But in Silver Landing Phase 2, we're still under $1,500 annually. It comes out to be $1,465 a year. Now the
Okay.
gated community, 1,700.
Okay, so not a significant difference, and
Not at
still
all.
lower than any of the CDD fees that I'm looking at that also have homeowners association, typically quarterly homeowners association dues as well. So I mean, just on that level, it's a lot of bang for your buck. And what are we looking at price range? Like what's your entry level in that area?
So entry level for Ashley Homes is going to be 470s, like that
Okay.
area. Entry level going into the gated community, it's in the high sixes.
Okay,
Mhm.
not bad. And then of course they'll go up to whatever.
However, how you want it
Yeah,
to
I
go
mean,
up to.
we're seeing everything and going up to over 1 million at this point.
True.
Which that is the market that we live in. That is, truly the market that St. Johns County has become because it's so desirable. And
Mhm.
and it used to be, and I don't have to have these conversations as often as I did at the beginning when I got into real estate almost 20 years ago, when people were moving to St. Johns County and they were kind of balking at the CDD fees because the school systems are literally, and I know I keep saying this, it's the top school district in the state.
Mhm.
You're saving a whole lot on private school tuition.
You are saving so much money on private schools. Yes, absolutely. I moved here 21 years ago for the school districts.
Yep, absolutely. That's why I
House
raised my
loan.
daughter in Ponte Vedra, and that was why is the schools were just they were just so good. They were the only thing that I could find that was comparable to where I grew up, which was the top school district in the state of Texas growing up. So and I forget you're also a Texas girl
I am.
because I'm from Plano.
I was Garland,
Yeah, so I mean, we're
outside
both
house.
Dallas girls. Yep, I forget about that. I love it. Well, so all right, so talk to me a little bit. So we talked about Silverleaf and what's coming up. We've got shopping and restaurants and all that stuff going in. One of the other things that is really interesting about Silverleaf is you're also seeing apartments being built where we're seeing those tiered
More.
levels of housing, which are so important. St. Johns County has been lacking in rental
Absolutely.
community.
Mhm.
You couldn't move there, build your home, and live somewhere while you're, with your kids in the school while you're waiting for your home to be built. Like having that, I know is just absolutely huge for lifestyle for people.
Absolutely. And going through the home building process, I mean, you're always looking at, maybe a 9 to 12 month
Mhm.
process of building your home. And people are always like, okay, where do we go in the interim?
Right.
So having the apartments being built here and now built,
And they're
they're really
gorgeous. I mean, those are beautiful apartment
they're
communities.
so pretty. Yeah. I mean, they're really reaching out to the builders in the area and saying, what can we do to help with that transition
Yeah,
from
because it's been
selling their
critical.
home? And so, I mean, yeah, I mean, you don't have to get locked into a 12-month lease. They have options for you. And those options are really for the people that are building within here. So
And that's absolutely fantastic. So, okay.
they've done a nice job trying to kind of partner up with us and see what people need on the builder side. So
Which it really that makes me so happy. That has been for several years. That's been one of the stressors for people because as St. Johns County is developing and it's still growing. Lord knows when it will stop. I mean, it's just that
yeah,
it's been farmland for a long time. So and there's a lot of demand for this. So yeah, it's just exciting to see that there's some options for people.
right. Yeah. I mean, before it was, okay, let's pack up and move in with a family member for 9 months, 10 months, and that can be difficult. So, and
Yeah.
people don't want to get locked into a year-long lease if their build's only going to be 10 months.
Oh,
So,
absolutely. Absolutely. I love it. Well, so and let's talk a little bit about Ashley Homes. because that's a bit of a transition for you. You've been there, you've been selling new construction for a long time.
I
But
have.
you've been with Ashley Homes for how long now?
I've been with Ashley Homes for about 8 months now, 7 months.
Okay. So yeah, so I mean, which I know you were excited about making this transition. So tell me a little bit about why you were excited to go to work with Ashley Homes.
Um, so I really feel like Ashley Homes can stay competitive with some of those production builders out there,
Mhm.
but still offering that really unique boutique style semi-custom build. So, mhm.
And that's huge. I mean, you're talking that there's some really good there's some decent production builders out there, right? There's some good production builders out there. I just did an interview with somebody at Lennar earlier in the week, and and so it has its place. But if you want to
It
be able to
does,
customize something,
absolutely.
oh, absolutely. But if you want to be able to customize, like you're not customizing anything with Lennar, and I mean Lennar has decent options.
It's
You've got
what color package would you like? But I mean, not everybody is ready to go through the process of going to your design center appointments. You're going to go pick out your lighting package. You're going to go through a low voltage, or, say you want surround sound speakers, things like that added to your home. You're going to go through several appointments to really
Mhm.
customize your home for what you need for you and your family. I mean, we go as far as adding dog washing stations to our laundry rooms, so
Oh, I
people
love
make it
that.
them and their fur babies. So, whatever it is you can dream up, we can pretty much take care of for you. And that's really the unique experience that people are looking for when they come to us. But like I said, the production builders of the world, they're necessary. Not everybody can go through that process.
Right. Yeah, but y'all, and you do
Everyone
that at a
wants
price
to
point.
later on.
Yeah, no, and your price point starting at around 470 is very competitive with those builders. I mean, especially in Silverleaf, you've got some really nice high-end builders that are in there. And you're competing with those as well. It's like you're the sweet spot in the middle. Your pricing is very competitive, but you can customize and you can make your home the way you want.
Absolutely. Yes. And the owner of the company, Chuck, he's amazing. He's built over 17,000 homes. Ashley Homes has, been in business since, I want to say it's 2012. I had to write
Okay.
that down to check my notes. Um, but, he sits with every single buyer and goes through what we call a pre-start orientation. So he is hands-on with every single build, every
Owner of
single
the company sits with everybody.
owner. That was the
Amazing.
most impressive thing for me. I was just like, oh, this is where I want to be.
That's
Mhm.
phenomenal. Oh, I mean, I
It's
can't,
unheard.
yeah. I mean, that's custom build level, truly
Mhm.
custom build
Exactly.
level
That's what you
customer
would see with
service.
a custom builder. You buy your own land, you hire a custom builder. You don't
Right.
see it in master plan communities like this.
No, that's phenomenal. I love that. Which is nice. So you're looking at somebody that really, as a company, y'all are really very concerned about the quality of construction and what the buyer experience is. I know we've got some other, that certainly in the last few years has not necessarily always been the case with builders.
Mhm.
As we've gone through the transitions of the COVID and the growth that we had here in Northeast
Don't
Florida.
bring that
I mean,
up. Some of us are still trying to recover from that, Lesley.
you still, yeah, I can see where you'd still be traumatized, especially working. I mean, I had one builder, no joke. I had a buyer looking to move in the area, and it's not a builder that not a builder that you were working for. I'm not going to say who it was, but I literally had a door slammed in my face at a model home and this is a high end builder, and their rep said, "I don't have anything to sell you," and slammed the door in my face.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I thought, oh, okay. I mean, I've got $1 million buyer here. Why are we having why is this the conversation that we're having? It was but it was also a sign of the times.
Mhm.
Things have calmed down some.
They have. Yeah. We're
And
enjoying it.
yeah, and things have calmed down to the point that we now
Agree
like,
a little bit. Mhm.
pardon?
I said, we're able to breathe a little bit, so.
Yes, which we all needed. I mean, we are still low on inventory, which is one of the reasons that we're seeing such mass, like the new y'all as representing new builders are so important because we're still not caught up from the stoppage of construction in 2008. We are still behind in construction
Mm.
based on that. And I mean, I think nationally we're still behind like 4 million units that still need to be built. That may be last year's number, so that may have changed some, but it's still we didn't recover that, in this last year. So yeah, so you're fulfilling a very important need in the community for sure. But because things are becoming more of an even, we're still in a seller's market, I would argue, but things are evening out. We're seeing more inventory come on. So now that means that we're seeing incentives for buyers.
Yes.
And so what are y'all looking at for the incentives that you have for buyers right now? And I know it varies based on are you building, or do we have it in our inventory? I know there's, that will vary.
And it's going to vary from neighborhood to neighborhood within here that we build in. But we're always offering, some kind of lot premium incentive. We really try to help buyers out with structural options. And that'll also fall into the category of structural, electrical, and plumbing. We want to make sure that they're getting everything that they want and more. And they kind of get to like save their budget for the design center items. So we're always offering, it's a little bit different between the gated community and Silver Landing, but as far as closing costs, I mean, Ashley Homes is still offering all the closing costs minus prepaids, of course, and up to 1% of the purchase price to help with a rate buy down. So we've kind of tried to come up with, what are the people really asking for right now? What do they need help with? And
And
that was, unanimously help us with interest rates.
help us
So
with the rates. Oh yeah, that is another one of the appeals of doing new construction right now, is having that incentive in there, and the builders helping to buy down the interest rate, because while we're still in the historically average interest rates,
yes,
it
I
wasn't that,
agree.
it wasn't that long ago that we were seeing numbers with a 2 in front of it, which is insane, and we never should have seen in the first place. But anybody
And
that's
we
out there that
probably will never see again.
right, we'll
So
never see that in our lifetimes again. And anybody that's out there with a 2%, 2.5% interest rate on your mortgage, you go, girl. Congratulations. um, way to time the market beautifully. But yeah, we're not going to see that again.
right. And I understand, there are some of the more production builders out there putting their road signs out saying, 4% interest rate. Yeah, possibly. Like, I'm not quite sure who would ever even qualify to, you know what I mean, to
Right.
have a rate like that. You'd be jumping through hoops, you credit score and bank account like Elon Musk, I don't know, to be able to qualify. It's not realistic. So that's one of the things, I always have people coming through the doors and saying, what are your interest rates? Well, first of all, I don't determine that at all.
No,
And
yeah, as the
honestly,
buyer, you
preferred
determine that.
lender,
Right.
lenders don't determine that. It's really on the buyer, what they're going to qualify for. Mhm.
Oh, absolutely. And you have lending partners.
We do. We have preferred lenders. Mhm.
Okay. And are they local lenders? Is it, Ashley Home Mortgage?
No, they're local lenders. Yeah. And
You
I
are.
can send you over all that information if you want to put any like links or anything to
Yeah,
that.
no, please do. Absolutely. And any photos that you want to send as well. Anything that I can kind of use. Yeah. So what are we looking at? Like, what are some of the favorite? Let's kind of talk about the fun stuff. When you get people that go into the design center, what are some of you're talking about? Dog washes in the laundry room, which is amazing. Like, what are some of the other fun features? Getting ready to see. Oh no, okay.
You mean like what would be trending right now?
Yeah, like what? Yeah, what are you seeing people put into the homes? Like the features that people are going into the design center and spending money on.
Um, Definitely, luxury vinyl flooring, things like
Mhm.
that, maybe wood
Sure.
look tiles. Um, Everybody is kind of going back to like the black finishes, as
Okay.
far as pot fillers. I'm a pot filler girl. I just think they look absolutely gorgeous in any kitchen and just really brings that extra something.
I mean, right? That is the most, talk about the most bang for your buck as far as anything, as far as luxury goes. It,
You
and
walk
doing
into
it,
a kitchen and there's a pot filler, you're like,
I
yes,
mean,
you did.
right? Absolutely. That's like, I do not have one. That is the dream kitchen for me. We'll
Yes.
have a pot filler.
Yeah,
I don't even cook that much, but I want a pot filler.
exactly. Yeah. But
I love it.
Ashley Homes offers a lot of like special features per plan. We do wainscoting, chair rails, crown molding. It just kind of depends on which floor plan. And Leslie, we
Nice.
have over 30 floor plans and you can redesign those. I mean, you're gonna find the home that you're looking for and the plan that's gonna work for your lifestyle. So
That's
for
exciting.
sure.
I love that. Well, very cool. Well, is there anything that I didn't ask you that you wish that you wanted to talk about?
Um, no, not really. This has been so much fun. I mean, you asked me to do this, and I was like, yes.
I love it. No, this has been
Anytime.
fantastic. And the fact that I still keep going back to, because it just blows my mind that Silverleaf does not have a CDD fee. That just blows my mind because literally everything else in St. Johns County does.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But honestly, people might not think that maybe new construction isn't in their budget. I would just encourage them to come in. This is what I do all day long. Come in. I'm going to sit down with you. We're going to start pricing out a home. We're going to get all those features on there that you didn't think you could really get. So,
I love
yeah.
it. That's awesome. Well, that's exciting. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with me. I will definitely, and to anybody that's paying attention, I'm going to add links to the lenders and people like that. I'll add those links in when I post stuff, but and my cats are getting ready to go crazy. So this is probably good timing. They're like, we've been quiet long enough. It's pay attention, mom. Um, I love it. Thank you so much. And I will talk to you soon.
So great to talk to you. Bye, Leslie.
Take care. Bye.